Hey, my loves, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 14, Episode 7. This was another great episode. So we pick up where we left off last week with Kyle and Dorit getting into it at the Viper Room, child. And let me just say, Kyle is really being a biznai. She really, truly is. Like, I don't understand how in her mind she is the victim and she gets the right to be defensive and yell at Dorit and then claim in her confessional that Dorit is trying to start with her and embarrass her and make her look bad. Like Garcelle told Erica, girl, you're doing just fine on your own. Dorit is not in the wrong in this. You are. And Erica has said she wouldn't have liked it. Bo said it wasn't right. Garcelle said it wasn't right. Like, don't you see a common denominator here? If everybody telling you that ain't cool, that it's not cool, and she know it ain't cool, that's why she got an attitude. That's exactly why. And Sutton was right in her confessional when she said that Kyle don't like for people to stick up for themselves and to call her out. She really honestly does not. She was completely the one in the wrong. So Dorit, like I said, lunges towards her and get in her face, and everybody got to break them up or whatever. And she said that she saw that Kyle was guilty, very much guilty, and that was the reason why she was acting the way that she was acting. Let me take a sip of water. So then Garcelle asked Dorit who told her that they were communicating. She was like, no one, I just asked. So that goes back to what I was saying to y'all, that Garcelle wasn't the one that took this information to her, that it had to been a producer that put it into her ear, that you need to ask Kyle, is she talking to PK? So then Garcelle was like, how are you doing? And Dorit and everybody looking like, what? Even I was like, Garcelle, what in the hell is you doing? Like, wrong time. Read the room, ma'am. And she was like, do you really care? And she was like, yeah, if I'm asking. And Dorit was like, girl, I ain't got time for this. I gotta go. And so she gets up and leaves. And I was looking at Garcelle like, it was an odd question to ask considering everything that's going on. You obviously see how she's doing. Like, how many weeks have y'all been filming at this point and you have yet to ask her how she's doing? Y'all don't even get... I'm very confused by Garcelle this season. I really, truly am. Because it's just like, 1 minute she say how Dorit get on her nerves. They're not good friends. They can never get on track with each other. And then the next minute she is offended when Dorit don't talk to her or tell her what's going on in her life. And it gives like she low-key do want to be involved and be her friend. I don't know what the hell is going on with Garcelle this season, but it's weird. It really honestly is. So the next day, Garcelle and Kyle go over to Sutton's house for tennis. And they're sitting down having lunch, and they bring up the fact that Kyle had like her veins bulging in her forehead when she was yelling at Dorit. And Garcelle makes a comment, and then she got mad at you about that. I know it's a small comment, but I know how viewers think and how that's going to rub viewers the wrong way. So I'm like, another comment that you literally probably shouldn't have made, Garcelle, because it's like, once again, you're picking at Dorit and it's coming across unwarranted because you didn't come into this season saying XYZ. I still have issues with you from last season with the microaggressions, the, low-key kind of like racist activities that you was doing. I wish that she would have came into this season on that type of time, because everybody's looking at her like she just starting with her. And I know that that's not the root of it. you know? Um, so then they get to talking about the fact that Kyle and PK talk to one another. And Garcelle was like, I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I wouldn't like it if it was me. And Kyle was like, but your situation is different, because there was infidelity involved. I was like, it don't matter, Kyle. If infidelity was involved, if it was irreconcilable differences, you do not communicate with somebody's husband. And you ain't even talking to the wife. I can see once again, if you and PK were besties for years and you met Dorit through PK, that would be one thing. But you didn't meet him that way. You met his wife. Y'all became co-workers. Y'all became good friends. And then y'all became couples friends. You don't get the right to not talk to the wife and talk to the husband. No, girl, we don't do that. No. So Sutton was like, but you had infidelity. Y'all. And this is why I love Sutton. Strat. Garcelle was looking like, did she say it? Did she really go there? And here go Kyle. Huh? What? You talking about the Instagram stuff? She was like, no. She was like, no, 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 I didn't. And this is why either Kyle needs to just quit the show after this season, or she needs to take a break, because you're not being real. You're not being real. You're being evasive. You're not telling the truth. You're skirting around topics. Like, we can no longer trust you as a housewife when you're not giving your reality. And you playing with the viewers for the last 2 seasons, playing with in our face, acting like it's one thing when we all see that it's another. And I don't understand why these girls in Beverly Hills don't call each other out like that. They are the only franchise that tiptoe around what's going on. The other housewives gonna get into it. They gonna put it on the table. I don't know what this etiquette is in Beverly Hills where, oh, we can't say that to each other. That's me. Girl, no, we're not doing that. That man has cheated on you. Stop. Be real for once. And Sutton was like, you talked about it? And the producers flashed back to the reunion last year where she was alluding to the fact that Mauricio did something to lose her trust. Girl, we all know what the fuck it was. Like, stop. No. Then we get back to the text message conversation. And she admits that they have actually text. It wasn't all just memes. So once again, you done got caught in a lie. I once again don't understand how you don't see that. No, I'm not going to even say that. Kyle knows she wrong, but she's in that predicament now where, hey, I didn't plant this tree. I got to let it grow. I can't go back now. I'm in too deep. I got to stand on what I said, regardless of how stupid I look, how ignorant I look. I just got to go with it. That's where she's at now with it. So Erica and Dorit go shopping for Erica's living room, child. And they go to this store called Coco something. I looked it up while I was watching the episode. Child, this store got coffee tables that cost $3,000. They got little home accent, little statues this big for $100 and something. Everything in that store you can find at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Home Sense, Walmart. I'm looking at her like, Erica, if you don't get your out this damn store. This could have been such a relatable moment for her. Really. It's okay if you got the money to do high, but I think we all know, girl, you should be doing low. Too. If you only can afford to do one room really at a time, then we might need to discuss some things, girl. And I'm just looking at like everything in that store you literally can find for 90% less in other stores. Like, what are you trying to prove, girl? Like, it was just no. They sit down and talk, her and Dorit makes it known that she just wants to know why Kyle reacted the way that she did. Like, she want to see like what they were actually discussing in these texts at this point. So Bose has fibroid surgery. I don't know if you all know, but she lost her Malibu beach home in the fires. To any T Squad members out there that are affected, I am so sorry for your loss. I'm praying for you guys. This has just been horrific. So I am praying and praying for you all because this is just crazy. But Keely takes her boyfriend, and she discusses in her confessional how they want to have a baby together. I think she's like 47. He's like 48. He doesn't have any children. He's never been married, and she wants to give him a child. And she says that, you know, it's going to cause an issue if she's not able to get pregnant by him because, you know, he wants a biological child. But I was like, y'all both rich as shit. I looked her net worth up. Of course, you can't really go off the specific numbers on Google, but they estimate that Bose is worth $30 million. I don't know what the man Keely does, but she said that he's successful. He looks like he is. Y'all can easily hire a surrogate. All you need is his sperm. If y'all can do an egg retrieval from you with IVF, boom, bow, there you go. Like, it's not that difficult. But Kyle ends up coming over later that day to visit her, and in her confessional she says that she was hurt by Bo's comment at the Viper Room when she told her, I myself don't think that it's right that you talk to her husband. And she says that she doesn't want Bose to get the wrong idea about her, and that she wants to spend more time with her so Bose can get to know her and not base it off other people's opinions. Kyle, you seeing at this point that you have slim pickings in this group. You and Sutton ain't really all right. You and Garcelle are doing better. You got Erica, but you see Erica is playing, you know, devil's advocate. You and Dorit ain't good. You don't mess with Jennifer Tilly like that. So you need allies at this point. That's obvious. And even Bose peeped that. Bose ain't stupid. She peeped game. And so as they're talking about the situation, Kyle makes a comment. I wouldn't want anybody talking to my husband. But when y'all was arguing about it, you was like, I wouldn't care. Mauricio wouldn't care. She get caught in her lies so much that she can't even keep up with the bullshit that come out of her mouth. So Kyle says that Dorit didn't share anything with her about her marriage problems with PK. The producers run it back and show the exact opposite. Even Bose called BS because Bose was like, I met the girl within 2 minutes. She was telling me about her marital problems, but you gonna sit up here in my house in my face and tell me that your so-called close friend never talked to you about her marriage? I would have told her to get out because who you think you fooling? Like, Kyle like to play in people's face, and I don't appreciate that at all. So Bose then brings up the fact that Kyle not showing Dorit the text really bothered her. And Kyle says, well, if you're a manipulative person, then you would think that I was being manipulative. So now Dorit is manipulative. Oh, okay. All right. Baby, this reunion gonna be good. This reunion gonna be good because I need for Dorit to go at her and get in her ass. Okay. Then Kyle was like, let me show you something. So she goes in her purse and she goes to her photos and pulls out a still picture from a few seasons ago when PK and Dorit were hugging Mauricio after their house got broken into, and how she kissed Mauricio's arm. And she finally talks about it. And she was like, how dare you get mad at me because me and PK sent each other memes, but everybody in the world was talking about how she was inappropriate with Mo and that she maybe have feelings for Mo. It might be something going on with that or whatever. And I was like, oh, so she came prepared. Kyle, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, bitch. Don't try to bring it up now, because when it got brought up years ago, no, there's nothing going on. Absolutely not. Okay, girl. You should have called it out then. Don't try to call it out now. Please do not. Please do not. Because you done got caught up in something. Now, like Bo said, tit for tat, tit for tat. Like, I really do like Bose because she's right on the nose with a lot of things, but I feel like in other areas she gets involved too much because she doesn't know the history and the backstory on certain things. But I love that she can read people very well. Sutton and Kyle and Garcelle decide to do a little pop-up party for Erica because she been complaining about how nobody did a pizza party for her. So they surprise her and take her to Chuck E. Cheese, which I thought was so cute. It was a funny scene. I want to see more moments like that on Beverly Hills. So they sitting down at the table and they're discussing, you know, just marriage and life or whatever. And Garcelle says, you know, I just want to be 1000% honest right now. And she looks at Kyle and says, do whatever the F you want to do. If you want to be a lesbian, be a fucking lesbian. Y'all, I screamed. Because I was like, thank God somebody got the balls to say it. Like, why y'all tiptoeing around this? And everybody at the table laughed. But then on the after show, here go Kyle got an attitude about it, saying Garcelle was trying to be funny and this, and she didn't appreciate it. If you ain't appreciate it, you should have said something then, but you laughed. And at the end of the day, what she said was 1000% true. While you sitting up here trying to straddle the fence, don't know if you want to be straight or a butch lipstick lesbian the next day. Like, girl, get over it. Like Garcelle said, we are grown women. Some of us grandmothers, some of us like in our 50s. What are we trying to live a life for? Like, be yourself, be you. Like, we all know. Stop sitting up here fronting. Jeez. So, Kyle, Dorit want to see the text message come up. And Kyle was like, you know what? I'm going to show y'all this and I ain't never showing it again. Not for Dorit, not for nobody. Okay, because that makes sense. She brings out her phone and shows a text where she said to PK, you know, I'm sorry about, you know, what y'all going through or whatever. And that she would never share anything he told her and that he could trust her always. And everybody at the table looking like, girl, this was not the text you should have been showing. Because this makes you look even worse, because it's showing that he has confided in you certain things and you're telling him that you would never betray his trust. That is not the same thing as you telling Bose, as you telling Dorit that y'all only sending each other memes. So Kyle, you can literally kick rocks with all of the lies that you keep on telling because you can't keep up with them. So at the end of the episode, Garcelle visits Bose at her house for the first time. It's like they first time having a little one-on-one kiki. And I'm going to tell y'all, I got such black girl joy from seeing them together and having a black girl conversation where it's like, girl, these white bitches is crazy, ain't they? Yeah, it was giving that and I loved it. And I hope that they stay cool. So Garcelle tells her that, you know, the issue with her and Dorit is that, you know, they'll take one step forward and then 3 steps back and they just can never really get it right. And she don't really understand why they can't. But she also goes on to say that Dorit talk a lot. And I wish she would have brought up the microaggressions from last season. And that would have gave Bose an even clearer picture of why she feels the way that she does. I wish that she would have brought that up. Black woman to black woman, now that you're in this group, how would you have felt if this was said to you? That would have been the perfect moment. Perfect moment. And I think that if Bose hasn't watched all the seasons, it would have gave her another perspective on how to approach and handle Dorit. So Garcelle then says, you know, last night Kyle read the text, and Bose was like, what? She was like, yeah. So she tells her what was said, and Bose realizes at that moment that Kyle lied to her face. And so now she's side-eyeing Kyle. And on next week's episode, she's going to call her out. And I cannot freaking wait. Cannot wait. And I also saw that after next week's episode where Kyle has her meltdown, that she actually took a week off from filming. She is so fucking dramatic. Like, you can't make this mess up. Like, I hope at this reunion they getting her ass. I really honestly do, because she got to be in the hot seat. She really do. She really do. And everybody need to call her out on her BS. Straight up. Because Kyle is the villain this season. I'm going to give this week's episode of Beverly Hills an A. It was a really good episode. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this week's episode down below in the comment section. Please make sure to thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and turn on your post notifications so you know my videos drop. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.